Angry at Sussex, Camilla explodes. The price Harry and Meghan pay for disrespecting the Queen is high. Welcome to the official YouTube channel for all things related to UK royal news trends. The royal pundit just told us not to worry because Camilla is on our side. Both Charles and Camilla would have been shocked and outraged to see Markle do her original curtsy to Charles's late and beloved mother, the Queen. The way Camilla reacted was to be anticipated. There's no doubt in anyone's mind that she despises the actress, and those close to her claim she occasionally uses language that would make a sailor blush. What went through Charles's mind as he witnessed a member of the royal family delivering such a blatant and personal insult to the memory of his mother? Charles realizes Harry was involved, so he let her do it without protest. Additionally, our king would be aware that Harry had the opportunity to remove it from the final cut of the film before it was shown to the public, but he opted not to. Camilla would have told Charles, with a few choice expletives, that Harry witnessed Markle disrespecting the Queen, Harry's loving granny, as he was always quick to tell us, and the Commander-in-Chief. Camilla is reprimanding Diana for insulting her mother, his grandmother, and the Queen of the United Kingdom, and I can almost hear her. I can only imagine what Charles is thinking as he looks at Harry. Why did you marry this self-obsessed and cruel narcissist? As she mockingly demonstrated a rude curtsy, she realized that she was the only one who found it funny. Though her puppet didn't crack a smile, he nevertheless approved of her antics, not able or willing to confront her nonsense. That's also how he expresses his animosity at the people who raised him and ignored his flaws in the past, his biological family. What Meghan Markle wants, he lets her have it. Through the interview, Markle displays a nasty and sarcastic sneer that conceals passive aggression towards Catherine, who is actually warmer and gentler on her worst days than Markle has ever been. This is evidenced by the incredibly insulting curtsy and the "I'm a hugger" bullshit. They found it funny that the double entendres involving downward dog and roasting chicken are rooted in language as sleazy as their own. The people may easily see through them. The argument is biased and full of inaccuracies, verging on propaganda. The fact that William and Catherine have to deal with this horrible duo is really horrifying. Not only that, but nobody seems to have been okay with such a blatant insult to the royal family, especially the late Queen. The cherished grandmother of Harry had treated her with such warmth and kindness. Maybe she was only trying to be amusing and didn't realize how it sounded. A sharp, angry edge can be present in humor, and her sentiments about the British royal family led some to view her jokes as petty and vindictive, given Harry's obviously awkward reaction too. With an apology released by her public relations team, she could make amends for the problem and have it forgotten in short order. She may not have meant any harm by the dig, but by letting it fester, she has proven that she has malice in her heart. There was a knowing smirk on her face as she sat up, so I assume she was aware of the damage she had done. She's no sweetheart, and I've never seen her crack a smile. It's typical of her sense of humor that she'd think it funny if someone were embarrassed. This was an act of sheer malice, a great insult to Britain's history and the Queen herself. This lady has got to be the most wicked person alive. As her top lackey, Harry is right there with her. There isn't a single compassionate or funny bone in Meghan Markle's body. However, it has plenty of malice and vitriol to spare. Give me the stockwhip and I'll deal with Harry. While I have no doubt that Camilla is on our side, I believe that King Charles needs to be seen as being on our side at this time. He may be our king, but we are his people, and we are sick and tired of having constitutional monarchy mocked blamed and insulted with no consequences. Getting rid of Harry is a popular demand, a break in communication, a public denial of the allegations of his fictitious offspring, bullying, racism, and royal connection. The line of succession must be cut off from the invisible, unconfirmed children. We demand that Harry be stripped of his rank. We demand that the government of the United Kingdom immediately ceases all funding. We also need an official announcement that he's no longer part of the British royal family's hierarchy. None of us want to see him at any additional royal functions. We have no interest in having him here, and we intend to pursue legal action against him for slander and libel wherever possible. A statement is required, even though some of this may take time due to legislation and acts of parliament. For the sake of his people, King Charles must take a position. We've had enough of pretending nothing is wrong as our royal family seems to bury their heads in the sand and turn the other cheek to this filthy ingrate. Now, it's very evident why Meghan never made it as main actress. Her curtsy demonstration was a serious example of overacting. To show how proud she was of her accomplishment, we add, if she was chocolate, she'd eat herself. And Harry was grinning with delight, just like they did at the end of the Oprah interview. All the talk of a divorce or separation is just part of their mind games, and at this point, there's no stopping them. Then they should be left to squander away their lives elsewhere. Without her terrible husband, Harry's wife has zero sway or authority inside the royal family. All the blame for the betrayal rests with him. And we'll get to see how this love story develops until Harry is jobless, unemployable commoner with no money or inheritance. The booze will be the least of it, and I could totally picture people throwing tomatoes and eggs at them. And more importantly, when the hell is His Majesty going to act? They have made it quite clear that they will never stop spreading falsehoods and making fun of the monarchy, the royal family, and the country in general until they have successfully toppled it. Solicit donations. They'll waste money on frivolous things and demand more later. Hapless apparently hasn't considered the possibility that the military will never accept him again due to his past behavior and comments. Feeling sorry for the king is a strong emotion for me. It must be devastating to realize that one of your sons, especially one who has been so pampered for so long, must be disinherited and exiled for the sake of the survival of the royal family and the monarchy. That might explain why things are going wrong, but if he doesn't take action, William and Catherine could end up inheriting nothing. But Charles prefers a peaceful existence free from conflict. The dissolution of his marriage to Diana was a very trying time for him. He just wants to relax and enjoy the rest of his reign. Charles refuses to admit that the line of succession should not include two children whom no member of the family has ever seen. Now he's coming clean to everyone about how exhausted he is from Markle's shenanigans. But he won't go any further than that. He's frail, he's worn down by grief and sadness, and now everyone's playing Meghan's game for her. If the suspect couple are ever invited to royal events, give him a moment to get his breath and begin his whining. Is that so? Do you agree with King Charles' decision? What do you think? Leave a comment down below and let's have a chat about it. If you find my video to be very useful, please feel free to like and share it with anyone else who finds it to be useful whenever you see fit. Now, I want to say thank you for watching and then say goodbye till tomorrow.